Good morning, everybody. It is about 6 o'clock in the morning on a week that we're having heat wave, about 108, 110 index. I thought I would give you a little bit of a little tour in the morning. That's Miss Katie May. And just things that I notice in the morning when I come out. It's actually really nice out right now. I should get my butt in gear and get some stuff done that I need to do before it gets too hot, because buying plants seems like a really good idea in a heat wave. And then I see trash that I haven't thrown away. And as I'm walking, I mowed the grass at 8 o'clock yesterday morning and didn't sweep up that, so that needs to be done. My husband always says, take care of your tools and your tools will take care of you. Yeah, need to clean those, and they've been sitting there for a week, so I need to put those away. A hosta that I need to plant that's been sitting like that for about a week, but I do keep him watered. He is wet. Things I need to clean up in the kitchen. And let's see, the pampas grass is definitely going for it. The new choke cherry, the sun's coming up, and Josephine Bree. Hello, little girl. Doing her morning rounds as to what's going on in the garden today as well. Mowed the grass yesterday, obviously I said that. And things like every time you see wood chips on anywhere, that's the puppies that are now 2 now. So I keeping that as a daily struggle. But here is the main first gazebo that we ever got. Probably needs a little work on the outside, but this is it. And brought my plant stand that was inside outside. And I like our places to seem like an extension of inside, so it feels like you're just going from one room to the next. And back down this path. This was just done this year, which I really like. It's funny because some people really like all the blooms on the hostas. One of those people being my husband. I honestly just think they make the hostas look messy. The bees like them. And then the barrel with the impatiens in it, and I had to move a tree, so that's over there. Merlot redbud. And right now everything's fine because I watered it last night. So to continue on our journey, this heads us down to the other gazebo that used to be a greenhouse, but it didn't work for us, so we decided to do something else with it and turn it into the gazebo that's closer to the garden, so that we can actually sit here and enjoy that. So we get to see, this side needs work done. We originally were not going to replace that fence with something smaller so that evergreen could grow into the yard. That didn't work out, so we're gonna have to fix that. And then we go over here, and oh my goodness, there's plants that need to be planted that are still in pots in the heat, because that really seems like a good idea. And so we get to see this aspect of the garden, and it's really pretty, and you can hear the little waterfalls and the birds, and so that's really pretty. And then this view back to the house is always a favorite of mine too, to the new kitchen that started last year. But we have tomatoes, and a lot of them are getting ready to pick, but they haven't turned yet. And then I need to hang that back up. And the hydrangea tree is turning pink, which I love. And oh no, another plant that needs to be planted. I love that the wild hair needs to be cut. And Katie following me around the yard. So this is this view. And magnolia tree. Bee balm needs to be cut back, and all the gladiolas. And I need to get back here and get all these weeds. This is really a pretty view too, and already at 6 a.m. all the bees, I don't know if you can see them in there, and just going crazy. All the hydrangeas are blooming. And I don't know, in one video, I don't know if you saw that, this back part back here is going to be a raised bed garden eventually. We were going to try to get it done this year. That didn't happen. There's always just something to do. I don't think a garden is ever really finished. I think there's always going to be something. We need to stain the fence darker. But this is what it looks like in the morning, and as I walk through and see all the weeds, because we've had so much rain, needs to be pulled, and right now it's actually pretty nice. I should get out here and do it. This has been a really pretty new addition to the yard. That's a Hoopsie Blue Spruce. And we did this doghouse. It was over where that other part of the garden was, and they didn't use it, and we couldn't really see it, and now they still don't use it. But we get to see it, and it looks so cute nestled in there. I want to get some lights to put on there. I thought that would be really cute. I just woke up a little bit ago, so my voice is really gravelly. They have their own mailbox because, you know, they get mail. And if you ever like Pops of Pink, this is pink bubblegum by Proven Winners. Probably one of my favorite plants. You could plant 3 and they'll just take over. They're amazing. And Prince Tut, Katie running back and forth because she thinks she can catch birds, but sometimes she does. And like I said, these things are sending their shoots up. And that's a little tour of the backyard. And the hosta view from this angle. And like I said, that Merlot Redbud is pretty much our staple of this backyard. I mean, it's just absolutely stunning and creates such a beautiful canopy and shade for the whole back. Hopefully next year that white siding will be gone. And hi, Kate. So like I said, probably around 6:30 now. And there's like things I want to work on. I want to rearrange this. I want to put some sort of screen back here to kind of cover all that. Maybe have some climbing something on the back of this. I think that would be very pretty. This is the gate that goes out. Like, this is Katie when we're outside. All you do is see is her little snout, because she's a schnauzer, so it's a snout, peeking under the gate. I can show you. This is which fountain needs to be refilled. This is the view of this new space, and with all the humidity and all of the rain, they're actually got too much water, so I'm just sort of hoping they dry out with all this heat and kind of come back. And need to pull some of those random climbers, but I can tell this fountain needs to be refilled. The grasses. I will turn around and give you a view of what this looks like. More hostas. Getting a little yellow because of all the heat. It's kind of hard to help that one. It's been so hot. But that's what this looks like. The sun coming up behind us, so it's a little. And then definitely need to do something with the driveway. But then there's the front, which needs weeds to be pulled. The rain and the humidity has definitely caused a lot of fun. And this spruce was planted way before I knew what I was doing. And when I planted him, he was maybe this tall, and definitely has sort of taken on a life of his own. He will eventually have to be, I can't move him, but I hate trimming evergreens, but he will definitely have to be trimmed here soon. And this started out as a small patch and now looks like the shape of Illinois or Florida, something. But this is always so pretty. And like I see these are, I forget what it's called wild violet. And holy moly. And I see a weed in there now too, actually two. And weeds, I mean, the weeds are just taking over at this point. And this is, it's been a really neat process. And if anybody, like again, if anybody has any like really neat ideas of what we could do in this secret space that I'm about to show you in this back, let me know. I mean, I have a couple more coneflowers I want to plant back here. And this red twig dogwood should have been moved last year. But look at how cute this is in here. And everything's doing really well. I just need to, I got some of those plants to put in here. I just still need a bird bath maybe. I don't know. I mean, it's just, I mean, if I would love to put like a little pond, but nobody would really see it. So, I don't know. But the willow needs to be cut again. I love the light coming through the trees. And again, the white siding will definitely be gone. And this is definitely some of the prettier parts of the yard at this time of year. But I think I'm going to, after this video, going to get my work clothes on and come out here and tackle all these weeds. Start out front, and then maybe tomorrow I can do the rest out back. Because everybody sees the ones out front. Usually what I do with the ones in the rock, because that's really the only part where I can spray, is just kind of spray those. That is such a pretty sight. But in the heat, you have to be careful, take care of yourself, and I hope everybody has a wonderful day. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Bye.